Thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues, I rise today to speak in support of Senate Bill 335 I introduced way back in March of this year. 335 is a bill that would let local school districts and families determine how to hold a safe graduation under the auspices of local control, and would curtail the state health department's lockdown orders from prohibiting or limiting high schools from determining their own safe practices for graduation commencement ceremonies during the school year. I developed this bill after talking with dozens of superintendents, parents, teachers, students, Democrats, Republicans, independents, including most of the Oakland County superintendents, the Oakland County ISD, the Oakland County School Board Association. I have heard from so many that stressed the same thing. Please permit our kids and families the opportunity to decide their own safe practices for their own local graduations. I can't speak for everyone here, but I would bet most of you remember your high school graduation. The sense of pride and accomplishment, the idea that you were about to go into the world and take on the whole world. Because there were no vaccinations last year when my daughter and her classmates graduated, there was very little also known about the virus. They did not get the opportunity to feel that same sense of pride, accomplishment, optimism. Today is totally different. This week, we passed over 7 million vaccinations administered in the state of Michigan. 38% of Michiganders have been fully vaccinated. About half the eligible population has received at least one of the shots. Additionally, as of May 4th, over 850,000 cases of COVID have been confirmed in Michigan, garnering some degree of protective antibodies. Further, Bridge Magazine reported that the coronavirus is, quote, rapidly decreasing in Michigan, reaching its lowest point in 6 weeks on Monday. Folks are now able to get their vaccinations. Things are looking up. Most local school boards have done a good job of mitigating the risk of COVID. We should trust them to safely manage their own graduations. The reason I introduced SB 335 back in March is because planning a graduation takes time and logistics. Time is running out. Most of these events are early to mid-June. Our school districts are scrambling to plan these events that will make their parents, teachers, students proud while keeping these families safe. Schools are often now looking at outdoor events. Last week, infectious disease expert Dr. Fauci stated that there is a very, quote, a very low chance of corona transmission outdoors, very low chance. Unfortunately, the current decrees coming out of Lansing are just a continuation of the one-size-fits-all juggernaut. Let's begin to safely reduce the number of decrees from the Lansing political towers and create more autonomy to safely give our kids, families, this one very important moment in their lives. Because at the end of the day, we all want our loved ones to be safe. And with every day and every vaccination, we are getting there. We're getting safer. School districts and parents are now capable of making these decisions regarding these gatherings. 10 million Michigan citizens should not be forced to default this important milestone, which can be done safely, to a single individual in Lansing. So if our local school districts can hold safe events, now only 1 month down the road, they should be able to do so. We can't give them back everything they have missed, but we can permit them this last irreplaceable high school memory. Giving them the safe, simple, and memorable graduation helps them this last year of high school go out on a high note. So let's please cast aside the political seasons calculus and the partisanship and get these families and their graduations this forever moment that they will never forget. Can't we at least allow them that? Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'd like my comments printed in the Journal.